Okay, so the statement of Gauss's theorem is, I repeat once, the surface integral of electric field over a closed path is 1 over epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed. Okay, that is 1 over epsilon naught times the total charge enclosed. Now we had started first application of Gauss's theorem, that is to find electric field intensity at a point due to infinite line charge. So we have infinite line charge. Let us see how to calculate. So first application, to find electric field intensity at a point due to an infinite line charge. Due to an infinite line charge. This is your first application. So let us take an infinite line charge. Charge is distributed over a length L, suppose charge, amount of charge is Q. Then I told you that what type of Gaussian surface we can imagine. By definition, what is a Gaussian surface? It is a surface at every point of which electric field is constant and perpendicular at every point. So what kind of surface we can imagine that is perpendicular to this line charge everywhere. So this line charge, this electric field perpendicular to it on all the sides will be definitely, we can imagine a cylinder. So this Gaussian surface will be cylindrical. So we can imagine a cylindrical Gaussian surface around the line charge. I told you one very easy interpretation. You see, you look at a tube light at night. So what kind of surface you will see around it? You will definitely see a cylindrical surface around it. So that is a Gaussian surface. If you see a bulb, a point charge, then you will see a spherical light sphere around it. So the type of Gaussian surface for a point charge is a sphere, but type of Gaussian surface for a line charge is a cylinder. So this is our Gaussian surface in this case. And obviously, let us imagine that our point of observation lies on the Gaussian surface at a distance r from the line charge. So at this point, we wanted to find the net electric field intensity due to this whole line charge. Okay. So at this point, we will take an element. So by definition, electric field is perpendicular to this Gaussian surface, and also area vector is perpendicular to the element always. We know area vector is always normal to a point on the surface. Okay. So also I told you that whenever we'll apply Gauss's theorem, E and ds will be in the same directions always, so that angle between them is 0 degree, and we have the simplest of calculations. Okay, so since this is an application of Gauss's theorem, we will start from Gauss's theorem. Okay, so integral E dot ds according to Gauss's theorem is Q by epsilon naught. Gauss's theorem से start करेंगे क्योंकि उसकी application है, right? Then what is the linear charge density characteristic of a line charge? Lambda, that is charge per unit length, cross multiply Q is lambda L. So we will substitute for Q, that is lambda times L. So let us solve this. Integral E dot ds is E ds cos 0 degree, because you know angle between E and ds is 0 degree according to our diagram. Put Q is equal to lambda L. Cos 0 is 1. Take E out, because according to our definition, electric field is constant at every point of Gaussian surface. So we can take it out of the integral. Now what is the area of this Gaussian surface? Integral ds means what is the area of this Gaussian surface? What is the area of this cylindrical surface? That is 2 pi RL. Okay? So 2 pi RL, that is the area of this Gaussian surface. We put it here, and you see what gets cancelled? L gets cancelled. So length gets cancelled on both the sides, and what we are left with? C. electric field is lambda over 2 pi epsilon naught r. So this is electric field intensity at a point P due to infinite line charge. This is the expression, okay, that is lambda over 2 pi epsilon naught r. So this actually there are three parts of this Gaussian surface. Okay, we can further add. This is part 1, this is part 2, the curved surface, and this is part 3. Okay, now let us see which parts out of these they contribute towards the flux. So we can write one more step here in between. You add one more step here, that is over the whole surface. So you can write integral E dot ds over first part, over second part, and over third part. That will be total flux. That is Q by epsilon naught. Okay. Now let us see which part contributes and which does not. Right. So when we draw here the area element and electric field, we see that they are in the same direction. So yes, this portion definitely contributes towards the electric field. But if we take this lower part, for example, okay, we take area element here. So electric field area vector is downwards, but electric field at this point is still here. यहाँ पे जो electric field है वो still that is in the horizontal direction at all the points. To this side, electric field is repulsive this way. So you can see angle between E and ds is 90 degree. So flux will be zero in that case. And same way for the top surface also, if we take area element here, this is the direction of area vector, but still the direction of electric field is horizontal. So angle between E and ds is zero. So what is the flux? E ds cos 90, that is zero. So we see that the top and bottom surfaces, they don't contribute towards the flux. Only this portion contributes towards flux. So we nullify the torque, this flux contributed by first and third surface. So we are left with only second surface that we are dealing here further. So this is the flux over only second surface. All right. So learn this formula. Electric field at a point due to a line charge will be lambda over 2 pi epsilon naught r. Learn the formula because we'll be using it in numericals as such. And what type of graph we can plot? Plot the graph as well. With the distance, electric field decreases. Okay? It will be inversely proportional to R. So this is our first application of Gauss's theorem. Any doubt? This is first application of Gauss's theorem. So we have taken infinite line charge. Now next is we will take infinite plane sheet of charge. Two-dimensional plane sheet of charge over which charge is uniformly distributed. So first case is thin sheet of charge we are taking, right? So if there is no doubt, should I rub this? First application of Gauss's theorem. We did electric field intensity at a point due to infinite line charge. Now second application we are going to do to find electric field at a point due to thin infinite plane sheet of charge. Thin infinite plane sheet of charge. Give this heading. Yes, write down the heading. So we are to see what kind of Gaussian surface is to be taken in each and every case. Okay, what type of surface is to be taken, and that surface should also pass through the points of observation, right? So here we are having a thin infinite plane sheet of charge over which charge is uniformly distributed. It is having some surface charge density sigma and its surface area is S. So how can we write sigma? You know, sigma is charge per unit area. So cross multiplying, we'll substitute Q is equal to sigma S. Like in the previous article, we substituted Q is lambda L. Here in terms of surface charge density sigma, we'll write Q is equal to sigma into S. Fine. So again let us start. First of all we have to imagine Gaussian surface. अब मैंने इसको इस तरह से ड्रॉ किया, that means the sheet is perpendicular to the board. Okay, my observation point may lie this side or may lie that side also. So what kind of surface can I imagine that will pierce through this plane sheet and is passing through both the points of observation? Okay, so again that type of surface can be cylindrical, right? So I have 2 points of observations, P1 and P2 here. And what kind of surface I can imagine that is perpendicular and passing through my points of observation? So you can imagine a cylinder piercing through this plane sheet of charge. So this is again a Gaussian surface, but this is cylindrical in this case. ठीक है, ऐसा ही सरफेस पॉसिबल है. आप यहाँ पे स्फेरिकल सरफेस इमेजिन नहीं कर सकते. यहाँ पे सिलेंड्रिकल ही बनेगा जो दोनों पॉइंट्स में से भी पास कर रहा है और शीट के परपेंडिकुलर भी है ऑन बोथ साइड्स. ठीक है. सो अगेन इट हैज 3 surfaces. Surface 1, surface 2 and surface 3. Let us see which part contributes. So let us apply Gauss's theorem first of all. Integral E dot ds is Q by epsilon naught. Total flux is over first surface, over second surface and over third surface. Over the third surface and Q is equal to sigma S. Now let us see which part contributes here. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड एरिया एलिमेंट ले लेते हैं and ds is this way. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इज आल्सो हॉरिजॉन्टल, यू नो. ये एक प्लेन शीट ऑफ चार्ज है तो इसके लेफ्ट पे जितने भी पॉइंट्स है वी इमेजिन +1 कूलम ऑफ चार्ज हियर. So that charge will experience electric field towards it or away from it. Like charge hai, so it will experience field away from it. So E and ds are in the same direction for the first part and same way it will be for third part also. So this is the reverse unlike the previous case. वहां पे हमारे टॉप और बॉटम पोर्शंस कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं. लेट अस चेक द मिडिल पार्ट. ठीक है. हियर लेट अस टेक द एरिया एलिमेंट. दिस इज आवर एरिया वेक्टर. But still electric field at this point is this way. Electric field on this side of sheet will be repulsive. That will be this way horizontally. So for second part now you can see electric field and area vector are perpendicular to each other. So this portion won't contribute towards the flux. क्योंकि इस केस में एंगल 90 डिग्री आ रहा है between E and ds. And EDS cos 90 is 0. ठीक है. EDS cos 90 is 0. So this part does not contribute in this case. Only first and third parts they are contributing in this case. A middle. ठीक है. So that means this portion does not contribute. These two portions contribute and alike. तो हम यहाँ पे लिखेंगे 2 E dot ds. This plus this is 2 E dot ds. Is equal to sigma S by epsilon. Okay, that is sigma S by epsilon. 2 EDS cos 0. E and ds are in the same direction. तो वही ओपन करते हैं. नेक्स्ट स्टेप हमारा वही रहेगा. 2 EDS cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. So E you can take out of integral. EDS sigma S by epsilon naught. अब यहाँ पे देखिए कि if we put integral ds 2 pi rl तो that won't be wise to use. आप अगर integral ds को total area s लिख देते हो तो s will get cancelled on both sides and we'll have a simplified expression. ठीक है. So always in the derivations we try to arrive at a simple result. तो यहाँ पे हम put करेंगे 2e and integral ds is s is sigma s by epsilon naught. S gets cancelled and what is our expression for electric field intensity? Sigma over 2 epsilon naught. So this is the expression for electric field at a point due to infinite plane sheet of charge and you can see this is independent of distance from the point of observation. So that means it is a constant. Okay, so when we have infinite plane sheet of charge at a point from certain distance, it will not depend upon the distance from the point. Electric field will remain the same. Okay, electric field will have a constant value for this. Have a look at the whole derivation. ये second आपकी application है Gauss's theorem की. Now to make it clear, share a demonstration, experimental demonstration of this application. You will find it very interesting to understand. देखिए. Listen, that is the other case he is talking about. We'll be doing after this. Okay, that will be fourth application of Gauss's theorem. Electric field due to a hollow spherical shell, that we'll be doing later on. Right now he is saying he has drawn a straight line for that infinite plane sheet of charge, and he is taking a balloon. Okay, the angle through which that balloon gets repelled will almost remain constant because that sheet is infinite, considered to be infinite plane sheet of charge. So this angle is not changing very much. Even if the distance of point is increased, he is taking the balloon away from the sheet, even then the angle is still remaining the same. That means it is exerting the same electric field on that point. So we can see that electric field intensity is independent of distance from the point of observation. So this is very interesting experiment on this application of Gauss's theorem. So now let us do the next application, third application. That is electric field intensity at a point due to two infinite sheets. But before that, let's have a special case of this. This sheet was thin. Agar thick hoti to kya hota? So let us take a case, some case. Due to thick, यहाँ पे thick कर लीजिए. Had it been thick, it could have two surfaces. ये thick show कर दिया हमने. इसको thick कर दी, so some charge would have been on the back surface also. So same charge would be divided in over two surfaces. So we could have written Q is equal to sigma over 2s. The charge is distributed over two surfaces now. Okay, charge would be distributed over two surfaces if the sheet were thick in place of thin. Right? तो यहाँ पे बस आपका 2s आ जाता. Q is equal to sigma 2s. यहाँ पे आ जाता आपका sigma is Q by 2s. तो 2 यहाँ पे होता, 2 here also, 2 here also, and here 2 would have cancelled 2. So our electric field would have been only sigma by epsilon naught. So please note it down that electric field would be sigma by epsilon naught. तो अगर ये शीट थिन की बजाय थिक होती तो हमारा फॉर्मूला होता E is equal to sigma over epsilon naught. Please note down this result. Again, it is independent of distance from the point of observation. Okay, so note down this is sub case for the second application. Is that clear? Okay. Or third application now. Let us start. Third application. So I'm going to clear this first. Third application is to find electric field intensity at a point due to two thin infinite plane sheets of charge. अब हमारे पास एक नहीं दो शीट्स हैं और वो भी thin. तो उनके एक पॉइंट इनसाइड या आउटसाइड कहीं पे भी हो, हाउ टू फाइंड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी, लेट्स डू दैट. सो टू फाइंड इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी एट अ पॉइंट ड्यू टू टू थिन infinite plane sheets of charge. Two thin infinite plane sheets of charge. ठीक है, अब हमारे पास two thin sheets हैं having surface charge density, different surface charge density sigma 1 and sigma 2, suppose. So we have two thin infinite sheets, plain sheets of charge having different surface charge densities, sigma 1 and sigma 2, suppose. So we want to find electric field intensity at a point A, at a point B, and at a point C now. Using Gauss's theorem, we want to find electric field intensity at a point in between or outside the sheets. Okay. So first of all, let us write what is electric field due to this first sheet of charge. अभी हमने फॉर्मूला किया, thin sheet of charge का फॉर्मूला क्या था? Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So how can you write the expression for electric field intensity due to first sheet? That is sigma 1 by 2 epsilon naught. And how we can write due to second sheet? E2. That is sigma 2 over 2 epsilon naught. ये हो जाएगी. We are to find resultant electric field intensity at points A, B and C. ठीक है, वो निकालते हैं. अब पहले हम डायरेक्शन मार्क कर लें. Suppose this this second sheet is absent. ठीक है, you have this point A here. You imagine +1 coulomb of charge. So how will you mark the direction of electric field here due to this sheet? ठीक है, E1 की डायरेक्शन कैसे लिखेंगे आप यहाँ पे? Due to this sheet, what will be the direction of electric field? It will be repulsive. This is the direction of E1 here. And what will be the direction of field at B and C points that are to the right side of the sheet? आप ignore करो, अभी suppose करो second sheet is not here. So again you imagine +1 coulomb of charges here. So electric field is repulsive. This is the direction of E1 here and this is the direction of E1 here. ये किसको समझ नहीं आया वो पूछ लीजिए. I have considered only first sheet. Suppose कर लो कि second sheet है ही नहीं है यहाँ पे. So I have marked the direction of field due to first sheet at points A, B and C. जो point left पे है उसकी direction इधर होगी repulsive. जो point right पे उनकी direction उधर होगी repulsive. Is this point clear to everyone? Same way अब assume कर लो कि first sheet is absent, only second sheet is there. Let us mark the direction of E2 at points A, B and C. तो जो पॉइंट राइट पे है वहां पे अगेन दिस विल बी द डायरेक्शन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड आल्सो. E2 आल्सो विल बी इन द सेम डायरेक्शन रिपल्सिव. ठीक है, इट विल बी रिपल्सिव. ठीक है, और B और A पॉइंट पे E2 विल बी रिपल्सिव लाइक दिस. इट विल बी रिपल्सिव लाइक दिस. फर्स्ट शीट इज एब्सेंट सपोज. ठीक है, तो जो पॉइंट इसके लेफ्ट पे है वहां पे इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड रिपल्सिव होगा. E2 इज दिस साइड और जो राइट पे है उस पे E2 विल बी दैट साइड. तो ये बताइए किसको E1 E2 की डायरेक्शन समझ में नहीं आई और मैग्नीट्यूड समझ में नहीं आया? यू कैन आस्क.